Hello and welcome to Eternity Tutorials. In this video, I will be dealing with polynomials. Before we start with polynomials, we need to know what is an algebraic expression. Now, algebraic expression is something which contains the constants and the variables, and they are all connected with each other by the four mathematical operations. They have constant, and variables. For example, x square plus 2x plus 1 by x, x plus 1 by 3, only 6 is also an algebraic expression, x plus x cube plus 1 by x cube, etc. But what is a polynomial? A polynomial is an algebraic expression. First of all, it is an algebraic expression where the variables has the power as non-negative integers. What do you understand by this? That if the variable has a negative power or if the variable has a fractional power, then it is not a polynomial. Like x plus 1 by x is not a polynomial. But if I have x plus 1 by 2x, let us take x square plus 1 by 2x, then this is a polynomial. Please understand the difference in these two expressions. Here x had the power minus 1, which is not possible, so it is not a polynomial. Here the number was in the fraction, which is okay for an expression to be a polynomial, so therefore it is a polynomial and this is not. If I write square root x plus 3, again this is not a polynomial because the variable here has the power as 1 by 2. But if I write x plus root 3, then this is a polynomial. Now, here we will be dealing with the polynomials with one variable. What are polynomials with one variable? That means they use only one variable, either x or y or z, anything. If it uses only x, we represent it as px and we can write the polynomial as x square plus 2x plus 6. If it uses y, then it can be written as y square plus 3y plus 4. Let's say only z, polynomial could be z plus 3. Now, the degree of a polynomial. So what is the degree of a polynomial? In the above mentioned polynomials, you can say that first two are similar and the third one is different from the first two. What is the difference? The difference is the degree. What is the degree? It is the highest power of the variable if you see the highest power here in px is 2, so the degree of px is 2. Degree of pz, if you see, is 1. Let us take another example, x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 1. The highest power of the variable is 3, so the degree here is 3. If I take x 4 plus 1, degree 4. Now A polynomial can also be of the two variables. If I say x square y plus xy plus x plus 3. In this polynomial, we have to find the degree. So we calculate the degree of both the variables. Here we have only one variable and the power here is 1. There are two variables in this term. We have one power 1 in both. So the combined degree is, so here we say the combined power is 2. Here the power is 2 and 1. So combined power is 3. Which is highest out of these? 3. So the degree becomes 3. Now let us see what is a constant polynomial. A constant polynomial, whenever we write a constant, let's say any number 3, 4, 6, these are all known as constant polynomials. But what is the degree of this polynomial? So its degree is 0. Now there is another type of a polynomial called zero polynomial. When you have zero polynomial, what is zero polynomial? The number 0 is the zero polynomial. But what is the degree of it? Its degree is not defined. This is the zero polynomial. Now according to the degree, we can divide the polynomials. We can have the different types of the polynomials. Let us see. So on the basis of the degree of a polynomial, we can divide this into different parts. The polynomials according to degree. If the degree is 1, then we call it a linear polynomial. If the degree is 2, then we call it a quadratic polynomial. Apart from degree, the polynomials can also be divided according to the number of terms. If there is only one term, then it is known as monomial. If there are two terms, then this is known as binomial. If there are three terms, then trinomial, and more than three terms, we call it a polynomial. So more than three terms is known as polynomial. Now let's see the coefficients. What are the coefficients? Let's just take an example. If the question is x square minus 3x plus 4, and I ask you the coefficient of x, then apart from x in this term, we know we have x. So in this term, apart from x, whatever there is, we call it the coefficient. Like here, we say the coefficient of x is minus 3. And if you see, the coefficient of x square is 1. Let us take more examples for the coefficients. If the question is x square y square plus x y plus 3, then the coefficient of x here is y and the coefficient of x square is y square. If you can see in this term, apart from x square we have y square, which becomes the coefficient of x square. And here y is the term, in this term y is another variable apart from x, so y becomes the coefficient of x. If I ask you in the same question the coefficient of y, then x is the coefficient of y and the coefficient of y square is x square. If I have 3y square plus 4, then question says what is the coefficient of y? There is no term which has y here. So the coefficient of y becomes 0. But the coefficient of y square is 3. Let us take another example. If I have x to the power of 4 plus y plus x square plus 2, then the coefficient of x square is 1. Please see the coefficient of y is also 1 and the constant here is 2. Now the question again, I again take a new question, x cube minus 4x square minus 2x plus 1. Now the coefficient of x is minus 2. The coefficient of x square is minus 4 and the coefficient of x cube here is 1. And the constant, this term 1, here it is 1, 2, 4, 3 and here 4. These are the terms which has no variable and these are known as the constants. Now, next topic is zeros of a polynomial. What do you understand by zeros? Zeros means the solution of a polynomial. How do you find the solution of a polynomial? If I have a polynomial, say x minus 2. Now what is the zero of a polynomial? One way of finding it is by hit and trial method. When you apply hit and trial method, we put different values to it. Let me say if I put x as 1, I get 1 minus 2 as minus 1. If I put x as minus 2, I get minus 2 as minus 4. Now if I put 2, I get 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Wherever the answer is 0, we say that this number is the zero of the polynomial. Here 1 is not the zero of a polynomial. Minus 2 is also not a zero of a polynomial. But 2 is a zero of a polynomial. So we say the solution of a polynomial is that number which when put in place of x gives us the value as 0. Let us take another example. If I have px as 3x minus 2, so I put p as 1. Answer is 3 minus 2 equal to 1, which shows that 1 is not a 0. I take p, x as 1 by 2. Yes, we can take the values to be in fractions as well. I put 1 by 2 minus 2 and I get 3 by 2 minus 2. I take the LCM and I get minus 1 by 2, which again shows that 1 by 2 is not a 0. We'll take another example, x as 2 by 3. if I have x as 2 by 3, then please see, I cancel this 3 and I get 2 minus 2 equal to 0, which shows that 2 by 3 is a 0. So this is the hit and trial way where you can find out the zeros of the given polynomial. But it becomes difficult at times to find out the zero of a polynomial by hit and trial way. So we apply one more method. Now another way of finding the zeros is that we equate the given polynomial to 0. When you equate it to 0, I keep the variable on one side and I take all the other numbers on the other side. And whenever I take a number on the other side of equal to, the sign changes. That is 0 plus 2. So we get x equal to 2. And hence we got the 0 of this polynomial. Now the other polynomial that I took was 3x minus 2. If this is the polynomial, I again equate it to 0. Now I keep 3x on one side and 0 plus 2 on the other side. So 3x becomes equal to 2. X becomes 2 by 3. So these are the zeros of the given polynomial. Now what kind of question you can get? Let us see. We have the question as check whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x plus 2. Now the polynomial is x plus 2. First number given to us is minus 2. So instead of x, I put minus 2. And the second number given to us is plus 2. Let us see, if I put minus 2, I get minus 2 plus 2, which is equal to 0. If I put 2, I get 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. So because with minus 2 I am getting the answer to be 0, I say minus 2 is a 0 of px, but 2 is not a 0 of px. For example, question says check whether x equal to minus 1 and 2 are zeros of px equal to x plus 1, x minus 2. Please remember there is no sign in between the brackets, so it is multiplication. Now, if px is given to be x plus 1 and x minus 2, first of all I put x as minus 1 and I get minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 minus 2. You get 0 into minus 3, which is equal to 0, which shows that minus 1 is a 0 of px. Now I take x to be 2. When I put this 2 plus 1 and 2 minus 2, you get 3 into 0, which is equal to 0. So 2 is a 0 of a polynomial. So both the numbers given to us, they are the zeros of the given polynomial. Remember one thing which is very important, that the number of zeros are determined by the degree of the polynomial. If the degree is 2, then 2 zeros are possible. If the degree is 1, then 1 zero is possible. And if the degree is 3, then 3 zeros are possible. So that's all for the introduction of the polynomials. If you have any doubts, please leave the doubt in the comment section. And if you like the video, please share and subscribe. Thank you.